Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Hundred Pilates, and today I want to focus on the 100. The 100 is the first exercise in the series of the original Pilates by Joseph Pilates. Now, the reason why it's the first exercise is it is the focus. It's essential for all the other movements. It's the focus of all those movements. It hinges on the breathing, that abdominal contraction, the concentration, the focus. So it has everything in there to set you up for the rest of the movements. So it's quite important that you find a level that works for you for this and that will help you with all your other Pilates exercises. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up, and then I'm going to break the 100 down for you so that you can find the right level for you. And once you've found that level, then once you feel that you've mastered that level, then you can gradually progress to up the levels until you're doing the full version. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. So starting off with a little bit of a warm-up. So just lying down on the back, just bring those knees into the chest. Take those knees nice and wide. I always like to start off with a little bit of a knee tuck. Breathing out as you draw those knees in. Peeling the tailbone off the ground there. Drawing into the tummy as you do the movement. As you do this, try not to just pull the knees into the chest, but keep a gap between your thighs and your chest, so you're arcing over to peel the tailbone off the ground. It isn't going to be a big movement. Okay, knees together, feet together, and just draw a circle with the knees here. Again, we're just mobilizing that lower back. Just relax into your breathing, change direction. Now I like to keep my hands on the knees to control the movement, so I'm not having to use my abdominals for the movement, but I'm controlling it with my hands just to mobilize that lower back. Extending those arms out. I'm just going to bend my elbows today because I haven't got enough room to extend the arms out fully, and I'm just going to rock from side to side, using my elbows, pushing my elbows into the floor, just to give me a bit of an anchor, something to push off. So I'm going from side to side. Now if you can't go all the way, the option here is just to put the feet on the floor and just rock from side to side. Use that as an option, depending on your mobility. And then bringing it back to the center. So first of all, I just want to check your alignment here. Feet in line with the knees, knees in line with the hips. And again, I'm going to adjust that pelvis into a neutral position. So think about those hip bones and that pubic bone, those 3 points. They make that triangle. And again, think about a bowl or a cup full to the brim with water. Now you want to make sure that's balanced. If your pelvis is in the wrong position, if it's tilted too far forwards or back, it's going to spill either towards you or away from you. You want to keep that level the whole time. Okay, so from that position there, I want to lock my shoulders down from the ears. So I'm connecting the shoulder girdle to the rest of the torso by sliding that shoulder down. So I've got a bit of tension here, slight tucking of the chin. So I'm extending my tailbone away from the crown of the head. So I'm stretching and I'm lengthening the spine. From here, I'm just going to do a little pelvic tilt. So I'm tilting that cup towards me, breathing out, imprinting the spine, so the lower back is just touched the ground. I'm not jamming the back into the floor, and then I'm relaxing back to that neutral position. That cup is level there at the top. So breathing out as I tilt, and breathing in as I come back to neutral. So just doing a few of these, just to help to activate those deep abdominals. And then rolling all the way up to the top, breathing out. Start with that tilt of the pelvis, peeling up through the spine, open up the hips, squeezing those glutes, and then rolling back down, imprinting that spine into the mat. One vertebra at a time. Okay, so we're going to start off with level 1. So level 1, we're going to keep the feet on the ground. Again, what I'm going to do here is imprint that spine, same as we did earlier. So breathing out, tilting that cup towards you, imprint that spine, scoop in, draw into the tummy, and pull up slightly through that pelvic floor. So there's a slight scoop in the tummy, rib cage is down. I can feel my back in contact with the floor, extending out through the arms. So I'm just going to practice that breathing. Now it's called the hundreds because there's 100 taps. 5 taps to a breath in and 5 taps to a breath out. So extending through the arms, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, breathing into the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Now I'm extending through the arms, locking the shoulders down, same as I did earlier, and I'm reaching so the arm moves in one piece, hinging from the shoulder joint, so you don't want your hands to be all floppy, so you don't want to be doing this, flopping from the wrists, lock everything down, keep everything in place. So 10 breaths in, 10 breaths out, 100 taps. If you're okay with that, you can move to the next level. So the next level, I'm going to bring the knees into the chest. Once the knees are into the chest, I'm going to slowly take my knees so the knees are directly over the hips, making sure that lower back is still imprinted, my heels are close to the bum. So this is my second level, level 2. Okay, if you're okay with that, you can go to the next level. So when we go to the next level, I'm going to bring my knees to a right angle. So my lower leg is parallel to the floor. There's a slight tension throughout the legs, so I'm squeezing my legs slightly. Again, still pulling through that pelvic floor and down through the belly button. So this is level 3. So I want you to make sure you can get to 100 at this level before you progress to the next level. So for the next level, we're going to start to lift the head and shoulders. So breathing out, lift up the head first, and then peel up through the spine. So the rib cage goes down, tummy scoops in, holding this position. 5 taps to breath in, 5 taps to breath out. And then your next level is to straighten the legs out. So I'm going to extend through the legs. Now, the angle of the legs, this is your resistance. So the higher the legs, the easier it is. Your goal is to eventually get your legs so they're just, so the heel level with the top of the hip. Okay guys, so those are the different levels. Your goal is to find a level that works for you, that your technique is good. You should be challenging near the end of that level. Again, don't worry too much about the tapping, counting and breathing. If you can't do all those things at the same time, your main focus is that breathing. Then if you can just count your taps, just count to 100 until you get used to the tapping, the counting and the breathing. Don't worry about it too much. The focus should be on the movement, as in keeping everything switched on as you're tapping those arms. To start off with, you might just want to set a timer, see if you can do it for 30 seconds, and then increase that time, and then get more used to doing the tapping, the counting and breathing. You can also use your fingers, so 5 taps to breath in, 5 taps to breath out, just hold one finger down and going through, and there's your 100. So guys, if you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you want more, subscribe. Any comments, feel free, comment below.